Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to physical media leaving me. That's what we're going to look at today. Hello everyone. Okay, so I've done a video a little while ago where there were some films that I said I won't ever watch these again, so I'm going to eject them from the collection. And that's happening again now. I've got a small handful of movies that I have decided upon not keeping, that I'm going to let go. I'm going to do whatever I do with them, pass them on, sell them, whatever it may be. In fact, as I stand here at the moment, I have sold one of them filming this. One has already sold on eBay. So we're going to take a look at those films and see these movies that I don't feel worthy enough to keep in my collection on my shelf. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I've got a large collection of films. Am I ever going to watch them all again? Probably not. So when I watch a film now, I'm going to ask myself seriously, what are the possibility of you watching that movie again or wanting to watch that movie again? If the answer is never, I think I can let that go and not ever watch that film again. It's going. It's leaving the collection. You never know. In a few years' time, I might think, damn, why did I get rid of that? But I don't think so. Not where I'm at in my mind. I'm far more enjoying revisiting what I've got, making these decisions. You know, you don't have to keep hold of every movie you've got. It's, you know, if you're not going to watch it, just let it go. Who cares? You know, you may keep it because you think, oh, it might go out of print and might become worth something. It's not going to change your life if it becomes worth anything. You know, it's not going to be life-altering amount. Just let them go. Let people have them who want them. So that first film is the movie Cube, 15th anniversary edition. I got through the film. It was fine. You know, it was fine. I just thought to myself, I'm not going to rewatch this. You know, these people stuck in this cube that's a big maze that changes, shifts configuration every so often. Stars the geezer from Stargate Atlantis, Michelle Burr, whatever her name is, from 7th season of Deep Space Nine, Star Trek. Some other people in it. And yeah, visually it's the same all the way through because the room's just the same room, just coloured differently, different lights lighting it up. So yeah, I think that I would, yeah, that one's going. That's going. Next up, we have the movie Rain Man with young Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman was great in this. He really gave a good performance. I can't knock him for it. Dustin Hoffman is the Rain Man. He's somewhat, not PC saying this, but he's a little bit retarded. He's a bit special. He's high functioning, you know, ADHD type. He's a whiz with maths. They're brothers. One's 25 years older than the other in real life. You know, I couldn't buy them as brothers. Tom Cruise's character through all this film, most of it, he's unlikable. Even by the end, I didn't like him. I'm not a fan of young Tom Cruise. Like I said, it was the first time watch. Just not a film that worked for me. Yeah, I can see why people like it. I can see Dustin Hoffman, you know, he's great in it. And I'm not knocking that. Just the film, just, yeah. So that's going. Going bye-bye. Next up is 500 Days of Summer. Zooey Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I said that in my other video where I mentioned this film. Jesus. I think I'm tired. I had a long day at work. So, yeah. Anyway, it was a fine film. You know, I enjoyed it. I like Zooey Deschanel. I just didn't think it was great. Didn't think it was something that I would sit down and rewatch. Not a rom-com type of thing that I would do again. Yeah. First time watch as well, you know. Yeah, I won't do that again. Next up we have, and probably surprising to people, maybe Alien Nation, 1980s. James Caan, Mandy Patinkin, the late Terence Stamp. I saw this film back in the day. Back then I just thought it was okay. I felt it was lacking back then. Now I know that it's lacking now. Great concept. It's completely wasted in a storyline that's essentially just a police procedural story that could have been done without the alien. You know, it could have been anyone there, just someone from a different background, different race, so to speak. The film's very relevant for today's society. I get that from it. But I think the TV series and the TV movies done it better. They could delve more into the alien society and things like that. Yeah, just yeah, not a great film. Not a great film by any standards. And then the final one, this is the one that's sold for me on eBay, and it's Captivity with Alicia Cuthbert and Daniel Gillies, whoever that is. Time is running out. Chillingly claustrophobic. I only got halfway through this film. Okay, it's very much like Saw, that sort of movie. I switched off shortly after she's forced to kill her dog. Not that had any impact on me whatsoever, but the scene where she's forced to eat human blended body parts, I just thought at that point, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my life, or an hour and a half of my life, sitting down watching a film where that happens in it? Not that it turned my stomach or made me feel queasy or anything like that. It doesn't. You know, I've seen the Hostel films. I've seen the Saw films that I don't mind. But here, I was just like, what am I doing watching this? Give me something better. Give me something richer, something more story-driven, more character, more just nice. Rather, I don't get what people get out of these movies, seriously speaking. But yeah, so that's the other one from the collection that's leaving. So if you'd watched my What Have I Been Watching video recently, I watched 12 films over the past couple of weeks, physical media films, and I have said I'm getting rid of 5 of them. Nearly 50%. Okay, it's about 45%, isn't it? You know, one more, it'd have been 50%. There was a point where it was 50% for quite a while. But yeah, so 5 films out of 12 watched. That's good to get rid of. You know, I'm pleased with that outcome. I'm pleased that I'm able to actually look at these films now and say, you know what? You're never going to watch that film again, AJ. You're never going to watch it again. So why keep it in the collection? Get rid of it. Just keep films that you think you may watch again or you want to watch again. You know, and then I may watch them and then think, John, I'm never going to watch that one again. You know, I'm pleased with what I'm doing. Seriously, I'm not stopping collecting. Stuff's still coming into the collection. Obviously, I'm still buying stuff, but sitting there and saying to myself, yeah, let's get rid of some films. Let's let them go. It's great. It's a great feeling to sort of be collating the collection like that and getting rid of those titles that are dross. Obviously, dross is a matter of opinion, because seriously, some of those films there might be right up your street and you love them. You know, Rain Man is a well-regarded movie. I just didn't like it. I'm not a fan of young Tom Cruise. You know, Alien Nation might be considered a classic by some people. You might be a horror fanatic who loves these films here and love what they do. It's not for me. And 500 Days of Summer, you may think it's the sweetest, most charming film ever made in the rom-com. It was enjoyable, but I just don't think I would watch it again. Seriously, I didn't come away from it thinking that is a great film. And yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that again. I'm not going to watch it again. But yeah, so there we go. 5 films leaving, and I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to continue delivering these videos as I watch stuff and I make that decision that I'm not going to keep them anymore. They're going. So there we go. I'll speak to you later. Take care. Goodbye.